We turn now to the race for the White House. With just 19 days until Election Day, Vice President Harris was in crucial Wisconsin today, facing new fallout after her heated interview with Fox News. Garrett Haake has late details.
Tonight, Vice President Harris blitzing the Badger State.
It is good to be back in Wisconsin.
With multiple events in battleground Wisconsin.
This is going to be a tight race until the very end.
Taking aim at this comment overnight from former President Trump, who was asked at a Univision town hall about his actions surrounding the January 6th attack. Trump glossing over the violence, calling it a, quote, day of love.
But that was a day of love from the standpoint of the millions. It's like hundreds of thousands. It could have been the largest group I've ever spoken before.
He called it a, quote, a day of love. But it points out something that everyone here knows. The American people are exhausted with his gaslighting.
Meanwhile, there's new fallout over Harris's combative interview with Fox News.
Essentially, but pathway to citizenship for the...
Yes, ma'am. May I finish responding, please?
Harris repeatedly casting former President Trump as a danger.
He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy.
The vice president tried to distance herself from President Biden, but did not name any specifics about what she would have done differently in the last 4 years.
Nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas.
And she was pressed about her calls for change, despite being the incumbent vice president.
Your campaign slogan is a new way forward, and it's time to turn the page. You've been vice president for 3.5 years, so what are you turning the page from?
Well, first of all, turning the page from the last decade in which we have been burdened with the kind of rhetoric coming from Donald Trump that has been designed and implemented to divide our country.
Trump running mate Senator J.D. Vance firing back today.
25 minutes of a person who couldn't answer a direct question. What are we turning the page on? She goes and talks about Donald Trump, who, of course, hasn't been in office for the past 3.5 years. Kamala Harris has been.
And Garrett, looking ahead now, both campaigns are also getting some pretty high-profile last-minute help on the trail. Tell us about it.
That's right, Lester, including a couple of billionaires. Elon Musk campaigning for Trump in Pennsylvania tonight, and Mark Cuban on the trail today with Harris here in Wisconsin. And in a sign of just how close this race may be, both candidates are expected to campaign tomorrow within hours of each other in the same Michigan county. Lester?
All right, Garrett Haake, thank you. In another crucial swing state, North Carolina, in-person early voting began today, all while in the western part of the state there's a push to help residents in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Gabe Gutierrez is there.
So tell me, in western North Carolina.
This was our campground. This was where we lived.
The wall of water from this river obliterated not just Suzanne Garland's home and family business, it also shattered her sense of normalcy.
How tough have the last few weeks been?
It's been bad, yeah. But everybody's pulled together. You've lost everything. I mean, you can't just sit and cry. Like, you have to do something.
Today, she did something, among the first to vote early.
People deserve to be heard. And just because we're rural and we're not in a city, we're up in these hills and stuff, like, we'll find a way to vote.
North Carolina, a key battleground. Democrats haven't won this state since 2008, but now view it as crucial on the road to the White House. We found in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, the election is essential on the road to recovery.
We have to expand our polling places for people to have access. Again, this is not a partisan issue. This is an American issue.
Today, the Raleigh suburbs saw long lines, while here in rural Avery County, a rush to replace damaged polling locations.
It's a flood like no other flood.
Larry Jones showed us one, a church, now turned into a donation distribution site.
Since this happened, I haven't watched any news at all. We were out of power. It's been like we're in the pioneer days.
Which is why, for some here, politics may not be a priority. For others, like Suzanne Garland, being heard is.
Do you feel forgotten?
I think that this area is forgotten on a good day, much less in a disaster. We're Americans. we need help.
As the cleanup effort here continues, another challenge, absentee ballots. Election officials say they're working with the Postal Service to try and redistribute them. Lester?
All right, Gabe Gutierrez tonight, thank you. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.